Calmer winds in the Sierra. Fire crews now saying the weather is turning in their favor on the lines of the Caldor Fire as it burns miles from South Lake Tahoe. Tens of thousands of people are still evacuated. Take a look at this video. We took this from Echo Summit in that area overnight. We do have live Copter 3 flying over Grizzly Flat right now in El Dorado County, looking east toward the Kirkwood area where we are still seeing some smoke right now. Not a lot of smoke because, again, the winds are calmer today. CAL FIRE says these calmer winds and moderate humidity, that is a big positive factor overnight for them. And of course, with the less wind, with the calmer wind, the smoke is bound to stay put, so it's not going to be blown out of the way. It's not going to push the flames. That creates what's called an inversion layer over the flames and reducing fire activity. That inversion layer, kind of like a blanket on top of the fire. It kind of helps to also suppress a little bit of the oxygen. And of course, fire needs oxygen. And so that helps the flames to not be as intense. So again, these live pictures coming from live Copter 3. And really positive news for firefighters. They really were able to make a lot of progress overnight. These favorable weather conditions helping them, and those favorable weather conditions continuing right now. And we can see that for ourselves. When you think about, if you've been following this with us and watching every day here at noon with us, you know we have seen huge clouds. Huge pyrocumulus clouds that have shot up into the sky carrying the flames and the embers. That's obviously bad. This is much better. So this is why CAL FIRE is very excited and optimistic about the situation today. Now, as this is all going on, the president has now made an emergency declaration for the Caldor Fire, meaning that more resources for communities impacted will be available. Direct federal assistance will go to El Dorado, Amador, Alpine, and Placer counties. This is the latest time-lapse video from Alert Wildfire's Leaks Springs camera. And right now we know this fire has burned 210 acres. 210,000 acres, more than 210,000 acres. CAL FIRE says crews have been making progress with containment now at 25%. So that is a huge jump, almost doubled in just the past couple of days. We do know that more than 800 structures have been destroyed. 32,000 more structures are still threatened. So still a long way to go, but a very optimistic day right now. The big question, when can people in South Lake Tahoe safely return home? Right now, there is no exact timeline because of the active fire activity, but more evacuation orders in El Dorado County have been downgraded. More evacuation orders in El Dorado County have been downgraded to warnings. And here's a list of those areas affected. They are Omo Ranch between Fairplay Road to Slug Gulch Road and south of the Cosumnes River. Barney Ridge north of Omo Ranch Road. Several other warnings have also been lifted altogether, which is great news for those families. And we have a specific list on the KCRA3 app, so you make sure that you download the KCRA3 app. It's free to download. Now, one of the main areas that fire crews continue to watch very closely is the flank of the fire burning along Highway 88. This is the one burning along the El Dorado and Alpine County line, as you see on this map right here. KCRA3's Mike DeSalle just got back from that area around Kirkwood ski resorts and the cabins at nearby Kirkwood Lake.
CAL FIRE again stressed the concern around the Kirkwood Mountain Ski Resort. This resort now familiar, continuing to blow those snow guns that are blowing water now at the base of their chairlifts. But the question is, how close is this fire to Kirkwood? Let me show you. The nearest hotspot we found mid-morning, just a half mile from the entrance of Kirkwood Ski Resort. Also nearby down Kirkwood Lane, Kirkwood Lake. This a spot for vacation cabins as well. But look, even though fire has burned all around this lake, all of the cabins appear undamaged. This is number 22 Hall Cabin. Let me show you how close the fire burned, or spot fires started. That a hot spot. You can see just how close to the cabins. So again, with the smoke clearly visible here from Kirkwood Ski Resort, CAL FIRE officials pre-positioning resources on the ground, aerial assets continuing to fly in this area to protect this ski resort as that smoke is clearly visible from the entrance. Outside Kirkwood Ski Resort, Mike DeSalle, KCRA 3 News.
And because those conditions along Highway 88 are less smoky than in the South Lake Tahoe area where there was constant aerial water drops over the fire, so crews are on the ground. They are also standing by Caples Lake just as a precaution right now. We want to go back to Live Copter 3 again. We are flying right now over Grizzly Flats. That's not far from the Somerset area. We're looking east toward Kirkwood where Mike Tassell was. So that's where we're still seeing that smoke there. We've got Live Copter 3 pilot Dan Oppenheim flying for us right now, and I'm going to just wait a second to talk to him because he is talking to air traffic control, which is obviously way more important than talking to us right now. So we're just going to wait a few seconds, but while he is talking to them and getting instruction, as I was mentioning, we've got a bit of an inversion layer. It's created an inversion layer with that smoke. The calmer winds are allowing the smoke to just kind of sit still today, which is great, just kind of laying on top of those flames for it. It's as if you had a pot of boiling water and then you put the cap on it. That's what's happening right now. So let's go to Dan Oppenheim. Dan, are you clear and safe to talk to us live on KCRA 3 right now?
Hi, I have a minute.
Hi, yes. Thank you for your time. Obviously, safety is the most important thing. So, wow, big difference today, right? And what we're seeing?
Yeah, what we're seeing, what it looks like is just a gradual shift of the fire eastbound and also to the north. But off to the west, around Grizzly Flats and that area, it's very reassuring because it doesn't really look like there's all that much fire activity to the west.
Well, that would be, is it possible for you to turn the Live Copter 3 a little bit so we can see Grizzly Flats? Because I know that a lot of people who have been evacuated from Grizzly Flats, they were evacuated in the overnight hours on August 16th and 17th. Very personal to me because my cousins were evacuated and my dad was evacuated. So I know it'd be great if you were able to show the Grizzly Flats area. So is this Grizzly Flats that we're looking over? I know you guys were flying right above it.
Yeah, we do have Grizzly Flats off to our side. It's a little off to the left. But yeah, we do have Grizzly Flats in sight.
Well, you can really see.
It looks a lot more quiet.
It does, and these people have been evacuated, like I said, for more than 2 weeks now, going on 2.5 weeks since the 16th, 17th of August. They were evacuated overnight. Many of them already left on the 16th, but that mandatory evacuation order came in the overnight hours. But interesting as we look closer to see, you know, there are some patches of green there, but just a lot of burn through brush and a burn through forest here in this very hilly part of the foothills. Very interesting to get this view from Live Copter 3. Dan, what else are you noticing today?
Well, smoke conditions are not quite as clear as they were yesterday, and that just could be due to the shift in winds. Winds are not as strong, but our visibility is not quite as favorable as it was yesterday.
Yeah, just because we are seeing more smoke, because there aren't stronger winds to push the smoke out, we are seeing more smoke. But again, that is definitely more favorable for firefighters and more favorable to keep this fire from getting larger and spreading faster. So we will take it. Interesting, you can still see some of those retardant lines too from where they were trying to stop the fire and put containment lines around this fire. Wow, a lot of burned ground there, lots. This fire well over the 200,000 acre mark at this point. All right, Dan Oppenheim, thank you so much for these live pictures from Live Copter 3. Thanks for flying safely for us and covering all of these fires for us. We appreciate it. All right, firefighters are now using Heavenly Ski Resort as incident command. The parking lot is a place for fire crews to sleep, eat, refuel, and also strategize. Cal Fire says favorable weather has helped them with the firefight, as we've mentioned. And as we've been mentioning, Heavenly and Kirkwood ski resorts snowmaking machines are serving a double purpose right now. Those massive humidifiers misting the mountains and trees with water. I mean, normally they would use those to make snow, but they're able to use them to keep things damp in this drought that we're in here in California. I know meteorologist Melanie Hunter's a very good skier, and it's hard not to see any snow there, but hey, at least they're getting good use out of those snowmaking machines.
It's incredible to see it being used like that. Who would have thought? Right now, let's take a look at those current observations. So Lisa pretty much hit it on the head with what we are seeing. We're seeing that smoke, and we're also seeing the lighter wind. So I want to walk you through some of the observations. Right now through South Lake Tahoe, the wind is out of the northeast pace at 6 miles per hour. So still a light wind in place there. And one of the areas where we've been following is the ridgetop just along Highway 88 near the Kirkwood area. So near the Alpine Amador County line. For the past couple of days, that's where we've been seeing some of the stronger gusts. It's a higher elevation, so along those ridgetops, which does make sense. Earlier this morning, there were some of the gusts in the 30-mile-per-hour range, so at least during the overnight hours, but now it looks like we're seeing lower gusts, so in the 20-mile-per-hour range. But according to the radar activity, looks like there is still some active hot spots in along the Highway 88 corridor, and then just slightly north of Highway 50, one of the areas we were talking about yesterday. As we continue into the afternoon, or further into the afternoon, into the evening, we don't have the wind increasing all that much. So luckily no red flag warning, sustained wind anywhere from about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So hopefully with the more favorable conditions today, firefighters will be able to gain more ground and work on further containing the fire. Lisa?
All right, Melanie, and thank you for the explanation on the winds. Now, here's a look at our sky camera from Lake Tahoe and taking a look at the air quality, and you can see for yourself it still looks really, really bad. We could barely see the lake in the distance there. At least we're able to see the trees a little bit more in the foreground. So, Melanie, what are you seeing with satellite and the air quality?
Yeah, so let's take a look at the satellite view, and you do see the areas around the Dixie Fire and the Caldor Fire still pumping out a lot of smoke, and a lot of that is stretching across state lines. So right now we take a look at the visibility, and this is our map that we typically use to show you where there's fog, but it's been showing us the smoke, and thickest concentration continues to be around South Lake Tahoe. That has not changed, although right now we're seeing a slight improvement from earlier this morning, visibility down to 2 miles, which not all that much of an improvement, still pretty smoky and pretty dense throughout South Lake Tahoe. You see that the map showing the AQI level, so particulate matter still around the Tahoe Basin, but then you also see with that push to the north and to the east from the wind, then we also have it stretching across state lines. Now, even through the areas of some of the foothill communities, you are waking up to more of that haze. So Forest Hill, Georgetown, Placerville, Camino for the residents that headed back to that area, waking up to some of that unhealthy air quality. As we continue into the afternoon, you should continue seeing a slight improvement. Lisa?
All right, Melanie, thank you so much.